What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with my weekly What to Buy on eBay video. If you enjoy these weekly videos, please be sure to leave a like because it does help out the channel and it lets other people who don't know about my channel find out about it. As always, with this weekly What to Buy on eBay video, in the video description, there will be eBay affiliate links. And for some of the items that are buy it nows, if you click on that and then buy it using those links, it does help out the channel. Or for the auctions, if you use the links and place a low bid and then come back and try to win it when the auctions are ending, that also helps out the channel. And I know a number of you use that feature. It means a lot to me. It does help out a lot. And so thank you very much for that. All right, we're going to start off with some budget-friendly stuff, and then it's slowly going to get more and more ridiculous with some of the incredible items that are on eBay right now, mainly vintage stuff. And I do have a few comics I wanted to point out that are at auction, but the selection is pretty incredible in this video. First of all, for those of you looking for a die-cast Imperial Cruiser, this is complete with the little plug-in Tantive 4, and it's 40 bucks. I think this is a great deal. I don't expect this one to actually still be available by the time this video airs because I sent it out to my Patreons. It's in really great shape. I think this grade's an 80 all day long. I paid a lot of money for mine relative to what this one sold for, so I way overpaid given that this is only 40 bucks. So that's kind of a no-brainer. There's 6 watchers on it. If it happens to still be available when this video airs, I would grab it for 40 bucks. That's a steal. Next up, I've got the only vintage collection item, but it's an AFA 9.0 Lumat. It's at auction, and this is the original issue Lumat, and I don't think they've re-released him yet, but beautiful U.S. card, Lumat 2012 Lumat, and it's 9.0 on the modern scale, gold level AFA. It's at $56. That one ends on March 19th at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're looking for one of those, very high grade Lumat, I apologize, I don't have more vintage collection for this video, but there's just so much vintage stuff that I wanted to cover in this one. Here's a China raised bar Lando UKG 80, and this is a brand new case style. This one's listed for 69 pounds. 88 US dollars plus $25 shipping, 7 watchers on that one, but that's kind of a tricky COO to find for Lando because I think the China only appeared on the US Kenner cards, the China COO. So you don't see that one pop up very much graded, and that's a pretty nice looking example. Every bit of an 80. I'm actually surprised it only got an 80. It looks to be in better condition than that. So not sure why that one got the 80. That to me seems like an AF, like an 85 all day long. So anyway, that one again is a very affordable 69 pounds plus shipping. The same seller, Treasures from the Attic, also has a UKG 85% Taiwan Boba Fett with the correct V5 blaster. Brand new case style, beautiful example. I'm very tempted to buy that myself, to be honest with you. That one's listed for 195 pounds, which is 249 US dollars. 11 watchers on that one, and a very affordable $25 shipping to the US with that one. That's a gorgeous Taiwan Fett. This one may not survive to make it to when this video airs. I'm very tempted to buy that because I've got a Taiwan Fett, but I think it's packed in. It was graded with the wrong blaster. It's an older AFA case, so I would like to get like a true V5 blaster Taiwan Fett high grade for my collection, and this has got the new case style too. That's a beauty. Next up, the Muffin Man is back with some very high grade gems that are foreign variants. This is a Lily Letty UKG 80% Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this one's a lettered saber hilt, lettered A on the hilt. That one's at 72 pounds right now. As usual, his auction's in Saturday afternoon, so that is a beauty. I've bought from this seller many times. I've covered this seller many times in my videos. Always has nice high-grade foreign variants or whatever it is you're looking for, but that's a beauty. The Obi-Wan. I still need the Lily Letty Obi-Wan. I've got to grab that one soon, but it's not meant to be right now. He also has the Lily Letty Bib Fortuna graded UKG 80%. That one is a beauty. It's got that kind of brighter white finish to the plastic on his face and on the teeth. So I'm just looking at it, I can tell you right now that that's the Lily Letty. Darker staff, and it also has the darker kind of greenish robe. So that is definitely the Lily Letty Bib Fortuna. That one's at 77 pounds, also ends Saturday afternoon. He also has a Spanish Pot Tuscan Raider. It's a UKG 75%. It's missing a lot of the silver paint apps to the eyes and the horns, but this is a very tough variant to track down. I grabbed mine, and I guarantee you this one's going to go for like half of what I paid for my AFA 80. But that's a pretty awesome variant. Very tough to get that one. That one's at 56 pounds and also ends Saturday afternoon. And then You Changed also has a number of items. I didn't pull up all of them, but you can check out the seller's other inventory. Make sure that if you're in the US and it's not pulling up for the Muffin Man or You Changed or anybody else in the UK, just make sure, click on seller's other items and then switch your settings to worldwide. Otherwise, it won't show up sometimes. At least it does for me. But if you click it to worldwide, it'll pull up everything. This one is the Dark Boots Pock Hoth Rebel Commander, graded UKG 80%. It's already at $262 US. These are very expensive, tough to find variants, and that one is a beauty. Again, it's kind of the black boots is what I call it, but they call it the Dark Boots Pock Rebel Commander. UKG 80%, $262. That one actually ends Sunday afternoon at 2:28 Central Time, so adjust your calendars accordingly and make sure to go check out his other items. He's got a lot of other high-grade items at auction right now. I've got some other buy it now options for you. This is a UKG 85% no COO Palatoy Jawa. This is, I think, the small hood variation for the Jawa, and that one's a very affordable 114 pounds plus shipping. And then I also have a AFA 85 Luke Stormtrooper at auction. Now, this is the older cased out, but that one looks to be every bit of an 85 just looking at it. That one's at $340. That one ends Sunday evening at 11:32 Eastern Time. So this is a good one to get, and hopefully it goes for a little bit less than what a new case style goes for. But it is an AFA 85, and it is the Luke Stormtrooper. Very desirable variant. Next up, going back to that same seller with the UKG Jawa, I don't know why I put him out of order, but he also does have this UKG 85 Snaggletooth for a very affordable 89 pounds, which is 114 US dollars. I mean, Snaggletooth, red snags in high grade are very expensive, at least over here in the US. They can go for, about double this price or more in an AFA 85. So if you want to get a UKG 85 for about half the price, this is not a bad option, a very budget-friendly option. And it looks to be every bit of an 85 to me. You could maybe argue that the belt has a little bit of kind of paint rub to it, but the feet and everything look to be really clean. And that one is, again, 89 pounds, which is 114 US dollars plus shipping. So that's a pretty nice example. This seller has two different variants for Darth Vader number 3 available at auction. This is the very hard to find third print, which is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. That one's at $65. There's 9 days, 9 hours left as of the making of this video. And then the hardest to find, other than the 1 in 25 Salvador La Rocca variant, this is the fourth print, the purple fourth print. This is one I would like to pick up, and this one's at 9 days, 9 hours left, and it's at $88. So the third and the fourth print are much lower print runs, much lower census counts for Darth Vader number 3 in a 9.8. So if you're looking for those are at auction. Now, I know this is not Star Wars, don't freak out, but I had to show it because this is a newsstand edition of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero number 1, signed by Bob McLeod. Bob McLeod was the cover artist. Again, it's the harder to find newsstand, and it's a CGC 9.8 Signature Series yellow label. That is a beauty. I am drooling. I would love to buy this myself. It's at auction. It ends Sunday evening at 8:03 p.m., $132.50. I bet this one sells for over $1,000. So you could use my affiliate link to put it in an early bid if you'd like to come back and try to win it Sunday evening. But that is just an awesome, awesome book. Newsstand edition, very hard to find that one in such a high grade, and signed by the cover artist. I really, really want to buy that. So I'm expecting at least $1,000. I would think probably closer to $1,200 or $1,300, given that it's signed by Bob McLeod. So awesome. Back to Star Wars stuff. We've got this seller. I'm hesitant to even show his items because it seems like a lot of his auctions get relisted. So bid with caution, but he does have this 41 back A Death Star droid. And it's got some hanger wear at the very top there, along with a crease that is hard to see, but it looks like the crease goes all the way down from the hanger tab down to Luke Bespin. So again, bid with caution on these. Don't overpay for them. But this is probably like a 75 grade 41A survival kit offer Death Star droid. It's got a beautiful crystal clear blister, but you know, it's at 158.50 with 9 days left, but I had to show it because it's a tough one to find. And then there's also a Darth Vader unpunched ESB 41 back. I don't know which one that is. That's not the E, but this is the 41 back D, I believe. And it's a clear blister, unpunched Darth Vader. We know how expensive those are. This one also has a crease on the right-hand side of the front of the card back that goes all the way up past the Darth Vader name pill. So this is probably at best a 75 grade. I would guess a 75, 85, 85 with an overall 75 for that one. But that's at auction, $73 right now. That one ends 9 days, 8 hours. Next up, I've got several different high grade big boy items that I wanted to cover. You Changed has a vinyl cape Jawa with the smooth no bump blaster. UKG 90% smooth blaster. That just means it doesn't have the bump on the blaster mold. Straight 90s, and I think he had this at auction last week, but he said that the buyer never paid. So this is a UKG 90. Now, I think it sold for $4,400 US dollars, somewhere in that ballpark. Right now, it's at $3,009 US dollars, or $2,350. So it's a trusted seller, folks. I mean, I bought from this seller some very expensive items before, so you can bid with confidence, but don't bid if you're not going to pay, all right? So right now it's at, again, £2,350. Or we got some buy it nows. If you want to buy one that's AFA graded, AFA/CIB, Collectible Investment Brokerage, they just listed some high grade, very rare stuff. All right. And it gets more ridiculous from here, believe it or not. So this is an AFA 80 vinyl cape Jawa, and it's got the new case style. That one's listed for $3,000. Make an offer. I think the fair market value is closer to $2,700. That's my personal opinion, but it's listed for $3,000. But they also do have the Toll Toys version, which was the Australia, New Zealand Toll Toys example, and it's graded AFA 80. Now, let me tell you, the Toll Toys Jawa is known to degrade very, very easily. The limbs turn like a very dark brown. So to get this one in an AFA 80, it's the first time I've seen this one this high of a grade. They usually do not grade out this high. They're usually like 60s and 70s because the arms and the legs degrade. And I think that there's a possibility that still happens. You can see it's starting to happen a little bit on this figure. But at least right now, it's graded an AFA 80, and it is an absolute stunner. Wow. It's listed for $6,000. I have no idea what it's worth. I never, ever see one this high of a grade. Ever. Even lower grade examples sell for $3,000 to $4,000. So I think it's worth, if you have the kind of money that it would take to buy this, but this is a very rare Empire Strikes Back packaging Toll Toys vinyl cape Jawa. Wow, my mouth is watering. I had to wipe my mouth because I want it so bad. So $6,000 in a make an offer situation. Now, going back to some of the more affordable options, this is, I think, actually not a bad deal. This is an AFA 80 Tri-Logo Biker Scout. I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet. It's a make an offer situation, and I think it's a pretty decent deal. It's a card 85, blister 80, figure 85 for a Tri-Logo Biker Scout. Now, there was a Biker Scout loose graded AFA 85 that just sold for more than this price, all right? It was an AFA 85 Biker Scout loose graded that sold in an auction for $600 plus. It was like $650. So to get a mint on card Tri-Logo for $600, to me, I would much rather have this. I mean, this is a much better item than paying up for an AFA 85 loose graded Biker Scout. So, personal opinion on it, it's the same figure. It's a made in Hong Kong figure. So $600 is a bargain. I would pay that in a heartbeat. Next up, we've got a AFA 85 Power of the Force Imperial Gunner, yellow blister, unpunched. Absolute stunner. 85, 80, 85 are the subscores on it, and that is a beauty of a last 17 Imperial Gunner. Very light yellowing to it. That one's listed for $1,100. There's 17 watchers on it. I have no idea what it's going to go for. I'm sure they've already received some offers for it, but in the unlikely event it's still available when this video goes live, I wanted to make people aware of it. But if you use my links and make an offer, it does help out the channel. So awesome item. Then we get into some really ridiculous stuff. Okay, some of this stuff is really ridiculous. This is a Bosk offer extension sticker, Walrus Man, graded AFA 80. This is a very, very tough to find item. Okay, and this is the 21 back secret. It was secret Star Wars action figure offer for Bosk, and then once people knew about it, the offer was extended for another, you know, a little while longer. So there was an offer extension sticker on the front, and then also an offer extension sticker in the lower right-hand corner, a rectangular red one on the back. So this is the offer extension sticker, Walrus Man. What an awesome item. Graded AFA 80, 80, 85, 85 of the subscores, and the AFA label does say large circle extension sticker. So, wow, that is a beauty, and it's listed for $3,000. I would love to have that. This is very, very rare. I bet that there are less than 10 of these on the population report for AFA. I don't know because there's no population report to access, but I would bet that there's less than 10, and I would actually say in this grade, there's probably less than 5. So it's a beauty, very, very rare, but they want a lot of money for it, okay? So it's $3,000. Make an offer, 13 watchers on it. Then here is the dark brown hair, to my knowledge. I think this is the dark brown hair. Luke Skywalker, 41 back E. All right, now there was a 41 back in an AFA 75 that just sold for $2,800 in a buy it now situation. It was an AFA 75. Same figure, same card back. Now this one is an AFA 85 and it's listed for $4,200. And now, that's a big jumping grade to go from a 75 to an 85. Clear blister, beautiful example. To me, this is a very good price. I would buy it if I had the money. It's a 16, there's 16 watchers on it, make an offer. I think it would sell. I think it's going to sell. I really do. Is it a lot of money? Yes. But I think it's the dark brown hair. It's labeled brown hair, okay? But the one that sold that was a 41 back AFA 75, it was not the same color hair. All right, this is the much darker brown hair color. So this is that dark brown hair color that I talk about all the time that only came on 41 backs, the 48 back Return of the Jedi Neon cards. There might be a few others, but this one is a very rare figure variant, and it's on card, and it's an AFA 85. So if I had the money, I would buy it. That's just an unbelievable item. Unbelievable. And I think that the fact that the light brown haired version on the same card back in a very much, you know, it was an AFA 75. The fact that one sold for $2,700 or $2,800, excuse me, it was $2,799 here recently. This one just, it just seems like a good buy to me. Finally, this one is only in this one does not appear to ship to the U.S. You might have to message the seller for it, but he's got a make an offer situation on a tri-logo Jawa. Shout out to Norbert S., who made me aware of this one. But this is a mint on card tri-logo Jawa, unpunched, and it looks every bit legit to me. I mean, the seller is 100% positive feedback with almost 2,200 sales, and it looks legit. Okay, so maybe you can ask the seller for more items or for more photos if you'd like. But to me, it looks like a legit tri-logo Jawa, unpunched, and this is a very tough one to track down. It is a make an offer situation. Again, if you're in the U.S., you might need to message him first to make sure that he will ship to the U.S. So please use the link in the video description if you decide to make an offer, but that is an awesome item. And believe me, I was very tempted to make an offer on it. What is it worth? It's pretty close to that. I mean, there was one that was in very similar condition that was not graded that sold on Facebook that I remember. I think it was Jeff Jacob from Jeff Jacob's Collectible Empire. He sold his for $4,400 US, if memory serves. I'm going on memory. I have no way to know that for sure. This one's listed for $41.62. That looks like it's going to grade an 80 to me. That's just me. Maybe it grades a 75. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter what the grade is. If you ask me, this is a very tough one to find. Other than the General Madine, this is probably one of the second or third most difficult to find tri-logo figures, characters on the tri-logo card back. So anyway, that's all I really had. That is a lot to take in. There are a number of awesome gems. I hope you enjoyed this look. Please use the eBay affiliate links in the video description, as it does help out the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back soon.